specific question. The LA Times reports that an audit of DWP payments totaling $40 million to trusts controlled by DWP executives and the DWP union has, quote, ground to a halt due to restricted access to the DWP trust accounts. Now, the Times reports that City Controller Ron Galbraith has temporarily ceased work trying to audit these trusts. What, if anything, do you think that city officials should do at this point?
Am I the first one?
Yes.
On that issue again, if we can't do an audit, if everybody, I think that the mayor and the city council have to call for a dismantling of the Department of Water and Power. We need to get control, and there has to be a way, even if we need state legislation. And if that won't happen, then maybe we need to convene a grand jury to look at all of those expenses. People need to know how their money is being spent, and right now there's no accountability within the Department of Water and Power.
Concur with my colleague. I think there's a big problem when $40 million are unaccounted for. I think as a public agency, we have to ensure that taxpayers have access to all the information and there's transparency. So I also believe that the council and the mayor have to address the issue, whether it's a grand jury, whether it's a investigation, I don't know, but we're going to have to definitely rein in the DWP.
DWP, again, is running amok. There's a lot of corruption we need to take care of. Transparency, again, and $40 million is a lot of money. It's a lot of your money. It's all your money. And as we continually to pay our DWP bill, the rates are going up, and it's going to go higher if the situation remains the same. I want to quote something from Jack Humperville. He indicated in regards to the incumbent, yet when it came time to place the ratepayers advocate on the ballot, Mr. Weezer was one of the leaders of the attempt to emasculate the measure following the orders of DWP union boss Brian D'Arcy, who was very opposed to greater transparency into the operations and finances of the department. This is wrong. Who is this guy? Do you guys care? I do. How can he tell us what to do in regards to the DWP money? Let's go to a grand jury. We need an investigation now.
Because that's not the case. In fact, I was the first to author a public ratepayer advocate position. I helped that individual as when I was the chair of Energy and Environment to implement that as an independent body. And we should look at this, and it's so unfortunate that they decided to not provide all documents that are necessary for the public to see where these $40 million have spent. It's so unfortunate that it had to go into the courts to litigate as opposed to just coming up from the very beginning and putting these documents out in front. We had supported Controller Galbraith in his steadfast and active way to try to get to the bottom of this. I am not certain why that halted, but that is something that the council should take up.
Ms. Molina, 30 seconds.
All I can say is that if somebody is hiding the records, they must be taking the money. And that is totally illegal. They need to produce those records. I think this is silly to play this game. They should have never negotiated with them in the first place. They should have gone in there and done an audit right away. In fact, the IRS might be in on them soon because we don't know what they're doing. They're truly not the nonprofit that they claim to be.
Mr. Chavez, 30 seconds.